Community Day Classic is coming this weekend on September 2nd to feature the starter from the Kanto, one of the fan favorites, Charmander. Charmander will be in Com Day Classic this weekend, so let's get into all the details and my top tips to help you guys max out. So welcome to the Trainer Club, here we go! Charmander Com Day Classic, the Kanto starter, one of the fan favorites of the game, especially with a beautiful black shiny Charizard. This is going to be September 2nd, which is going to be Saturday from 2 until 5 p.m. local time. Not only that, this event is going to hold one of my favorite and most lucrative bonuses in the game, which is going to be 3 times catch Stardust. Not only that, we're going to have a boosted shiny rate. We're going to have Charmander spawning absolutely everywhere, increased shiny chances, and also what you guys are going to be getting is 3-time lore modules, every single type of lore module, and then we're also going to get 3-hour incenses. So there's a lot of things going on except for the daily incense. And some of you guys have played the game since 2016. You've been with both of the Charmander Com Days because it has had a Blast Burn Com Day and then it has had a Dragon Breath Com Day as well. So what is that going to leave us for Com Day? Which move are we going to get? Well, fortunately for us, we're actually going to be getting both. And the benefit of getting both is that if you do not want both, it's easy to regular TM them away, as opposed to having one and then having to elite TM another one. So this is a massive win. However, the one thing I am going to point out that I did a massive error on Squirtle Com Day Classic was you're only getting 2 hours after the event to get the move. So you're only getting from 2 until 7 p.m. as a cutoff. It's not going all the way until 10 like some of the other Com Days. So make sure to take a note of that and put a timer on for yourself at 6:45 p.m. Put that alarm on and make sure, hey, if I haven't done any of my evolutions, this is going to be the time that we need to make sure to hit all of our evolutions. And there's also going to be the $1 quest line. And I will be making a video on Friday evening for everybody that is not already in the Com Day. But if you are in the Com Day, you can also see that. We will also do an analysis on how good Charizard is in Great League, in Ultra League, and further to make sure you guys can fully max out on this Pokemon and to see is it going to be a relevant meta attacker. But just remember, Mega Blaziken and Mega Charizard are some of the top fire attackers in the game, so this one is definitely going to be one that you do get after. And plus, the shiny is absolutely fantastic, so having a good quality shiny, even if you played this before, you don't even want, or even if you have a Shundo already, guys, the 3 times catch Stardust is always going to be cream of the crop. And not only that, there's going to be timed research going on that you are going to be able to earn Mega Charizard energy, which I think is fantastic. And then finally, there's going to be showcases, and guys, showcases do reward you quite significantly if you can come in first place. And just as a forewarning that if there is an XXL Pokemon, you call it out, your buddies catch it, that is the same chances of similar to being a shiny Pokemon, as every Pokemon is going to have a different weight and size for everybody. Everybody is not catching the same one with these XXL and XXS Pokemon. So if you all catch that Pokemon, somebody will have the largest one. And so if you all went and put them into a showcase, somebody would excel and other people would be behind it, because that's just how these Pokemon work. So make sure to go after and try to get as many XXL Pokemon as possible, because I think it's probably going to be the extra large. That seems what they favor. And then what I would suggest doing is if you can find a little bit more of a remote area with one of these showcases or a couple of them, drive to those remote areas that not a lot of people play, that aren't very competitive and they're not already full, and drop your Pokemon out there, because being in 1 through 3 gets way better rewards than if you're all the way down at the bottom. So with all that said, you guys have all the information and some of my quick upfront tips. So now let's get into the top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be talking about the Charmander Com Day. Prepping out right now, the number 1 thing I need you guys to make sure to focus on is cleaning out your bag. I have had troubles doing this already. I am trying to trade so many Pokemon from GoFest, from Global GoFest, from London, from New York. I'm trying to get as much XL Candy extraction as possible because I love XL Candy. It's something that I am catching up on. It's something that I value, and these trades help you get 100% IVs, get the XL Candy, and they're definitely worth your time and energy. So manufacturing XL Candy is one of the biggest things that I've been doing. I've been doing 100 trades per day. I've been maxing them all out. I've been doing my 2 special trades because the new season is probably going to shift that bonus away. You're probably not going to get the guaranteed XL candies either, which is going to be a little bit disappointing. But with that said, clear out your bag, watch this video up here, and optimize your bag. Clear it out, get those things out. Having a good quality bag, efficient, that you can save a bunch of Pokemon, IV check them later. You don't have to catch 20 Pokemon, 100 Pokemon and delete them, is very efficient. Not only that, you want to have as many Ultra and Great Balls as possible, because just think about this. We are doing Com Day with Catch Stardust bonus, so you want to be as efficient as possible. You do not want to be wasting time trying to have a Pokemon be caught with a Pokeball and then it breaks out and it breaks out and it breaks out. Having an Ultra Ball, best Great Ball, second best Pokeball, last option that we can have. So focus on that. If you have a really big bag, I would prefer you guys to have about 1,000 of the combination, but if you have a smaller bag, just make sure to put as many into that as possible. You might have to delete out some Nanab berries. And let's talk about the Pineapple berries. For me personally, I have an absolute ton of Charmander candy. I don't need any more regular Charmander candy, and I think that the Pineapple berries and giving berries in general really slows down me catching Pokemon. So I'm really not that much about using Pineapple berries, but you could do as you may. Also, I'm going to mention that if you guys want to use the skip animation trick with AR on, it's going to make your experience catching Pokemon so much easier, but it's going to be best served with the Ultra Balls. You got to catch them fast, you got to do things quick, and you got to move on, and you're going to be walking around, you know, kind of with your phone up and throwing it to make sure that it stays upright. But if you could do it like that, guys, you can catch so many more Pokemon. If you want to see that video on how it's done, check it out up here. And please make sure to put on 6 star pieces throughout the day if you're grinding hard, because that is going to get you more Stardust. And even further with the Stardust, I would prefer that you guys come in with as many 12 kilometer eggs as possible. If you could do 12 of them, that would be optimal. And if you guys did see my web store video and you have been remote raiding and you were following me and you did exactly what I told you, you guys will have more than enough super incubators, because in the web store there is a box for every single time you purchase 3 remote raid passes. It comes with 2 premium battle passes, and it also comes with 2 super incubators. So it is very, very worth it. I already have 44 of them from raiding Mega Rayquaza in this video. If you want to see me raid 100 Mega Rayquazas in 8 hours, it was a great time. It was fun. We got some shinies, saw some hundos, and we were hunting that shundo in that video. So optimizing the web store is very important for things like this, because they're giving you extra free resources if you know where to look, and that video is right here. Okay, so now you have everything you need to know about items and everything with that, so let's max out in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is all about where do you play. So you need a downtown area. You need a lot of Pokestops. Just remember, Charmander is going to be coming from Pokestops. Not only Charmander are going to be coming from those Pokestops, you can also get 2 Ultra Balls as a reward, 5 Great Balls, you can get 2 Pineapple berries, and 500 Stardust. The other thing I'm going to mention here is that you can switch researches. So how does that work? How that works is if you have a scan AR task in the top of your bag, you go through, you do all the researches in the area. Let's say that you get a couple Stardust ones, a couple Pineapple ones, you just dump those tasks because you don't want to do it. You've completed all the research, you know that you've done all of the Ultra Balls and you've done all of the Charmanders. Then you dump that task. Then you go through and spin all of them again. If you get an AR task, you keep dumping it, and it will change all of the research in that area to something different, which hopefully will give you more Ultra Balls and most importantly more Charmanders. But preferably you'll be in a very dense downtown area where there's a lot of people playing, and there's a lot of people that can do callouts for 100% IVs, and everybody's going to be using lore modules. If you do need the Picnicker medal, this is a great time to camp up a Pokestop, and as soon as 2 p.m. hits, you put that lore module on and you get your Picnicker medal up. So finding a very dense area is important, and then if that area can be even more strategized to be in an area that you can walk further out, like downtown Naperville, you can play around the Riverwalk, but there's tons of stops everywhere around that you can get on after that, so you don't have to be locked to that specific area. That would be very, very helpful for you. Okay, so that is going to be tip number 2, which is then going to take us into the event start, and tip number 3. Tip number 3 is all about the start of the event. So I would suggest, since we're not getting incubator bonuses, that's going to shorten your incubator distance, that you put on your 12 kilometer eggs before the event starts. So you can get to around 8 to 9 kilometers on all those 12 kilometer eggs. So once the event starts, you don't have to walk a full 12. If you happen to stay in an area, you know, you meet up with friends, you chat, you have some lunch, I don't suggest you guys wait and rely on the entire event to walk 12 kilometers, because sometimes that's a little bit of a stretch. What I would suggest doing is doing that beforehand, maybe on Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending on what your grind is going to look like, and then getting yourself there. That's going to be one of the best ways to be able to start that. But once the event starts, you need to put on 6 star pieces immediately and go out and grind. If it is going to be sunny weather, you're getting a weather boost, and you'll have the most chances of getting a lot of Stardust. So that's going to be important. So what are going to be the 100% IVs for Charmander that's going to be notable for you? 420 coming out of field research will be the 100% IV. As far as the wild, if it is going to be non-sunny weather, 840 will be the 100% IV at level 30, or if it's sunny weather, that will no longer be the guaranteed 100% IV. That will be 910 at level 35. 840 can still be the 100% IV, but it is not guaranteed. And then as far as the PvP IVs. In Great League, it's going to be 0, 15, 13 for the Charizard. If it's weather boosted, you will not be able to get that, but if it's non-weather boosted, you will have the potential for that. And then as far as the Ultra League, it will be a 0, 13, 15. The exact mirrored image of these Pokemon. That doesn't happen too often, but it does make it efficient, and it's easy to remember for us here, which is a win. And playing fast and efficient, going in that circle, that square, that oval, wherever that's going to be for you, get after it, play hard, and catch as many as you possibly can. And let's talk about the Mega to use, because you have a lot of fire type Megas out there. You can use Mega Charizard, X or Y is going to work. You can use Mega Blaziken, that will work as well. You can also use Groudon, because remember, Groudon's going to boost all sunny weather, so if you do have a Primal level 3, you can use that, or you can also use Houndoom. So there's plenty of options for you. Whichever is going to be the Mega level 3, please do use that. And if you are going to be needing an auto catcher, please make sure to use that as well. If you have some time where you cannot play, put on at least one incense. If you want to use multiple incenses, remember you can get multiple of them stacked up right off the bat for 3 hours per pop. So if you do plan to play a lot afterwards, you can do that. And make sure to play with the skip animation trick. If you want to do it without the AR, you can check the video up here. So with all that said, let's get into tip 4. Tip number 4 is going to be post-event. Okay, so post-event, trade as much as possible. Just remember, guys, you have only until 7 p.m. to do your evolution, so please make sure to have a folder set aside. Do your evolutions throughout the day. If you do get a hundo throughout the day, please do that. If you get a shundo, obviously do that immediately, and have a lot of fun, guys. This is going to be a great event. There's great Stardust to be had and to have fun, making sure you optimize everything in Pokemon Go. Save that Stardust up, get a benchmark, and be powerful with all of your Stardust in Pokemon Go. So thank you guys for being here, as always, to all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.